Hello? Aloha. Hello. Happy It's not Monday, it's Tuesday, right? Am I crazy? here to judge you. What? It's Monday. It's not Monday. It's not. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Hello? You were missed greatly? Aw, that's so sweet. Wait. No way it's Monday. It's Tuesday. How late was I? I wasn't that late. I was like 10 minutes late. I feel like a newscaster being on this side. I'm like sitting on the side here. I'm like, all right. I feel like I should have a pointer or something. What are we doing today? What are we doing today? We're doing press the button. We're doing this. Let me... Let's see. How do I... Is there a way... Let me... I need this to be in front. OMG, I love these. Yes. Aren't they fun? Oh my god. Bye, Lev. Bye, everyone. I must go look at cell membranes. Alright, well, enjoy your cell membranes. Remember the, whatever they're called, gram positive, gram negative, all that fun stuff. Alright. Oh. There we go. Yes, this is what I wanted. Correct. Okay. Wow, look at that. Isn't that so cool? It's like a little... It's got a thickness to it now. Beautiful. How do I... No, this is the wrong way to tilt it. I want this to tilt more this way. Can I make this like 18? Is that better? No. Okay. All right, anyways. How do you do pulls? I should learn how to do this. Where are the pulls? Where? Low pull. Okay. Speaking of buttons, I've always wanted one of those easy buttons from Staples. I've had one of those. That was easy. I had one of those when I was in school. I kept it in my backpack and I was very annoying about it. All right, This is my, so, okay, first question. You can play any instrument, but you can't read. No, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible because I really want to be able to play any instrument. That would be amazing. But I like reading more. I guess my question would be like, does this mean that if I say I won't, does that mean that I can't play instruments? Because that would be a big, that would really suck. Ooh, that was easy redeem. We could, okay. Yes, we could do that. As in like a sound redeem, or like a I say it? If I can play any instrument perfectly, does it mean I don't have to read the music notes? I think so. Or that you also like get the knowledge of how to read music, I guess, maybe? Maybe that's what makes sense? I don't know. But I need you guys to actually like vote. Would you press the button? Please vote in the poll. Please vote in the poll. I have my thoughts. I think I wouldn't press it, personally. But don't let that influence your answers. I don't think I would press it because like I love reading too much and I already know how to play some instruments. You know? I already know how to play instruments. You know what I mean? Yeah, I already know how to play the piano and the cello, and part of the idea is that like part of the appeal of instruments is learning how to play them and getting better over time. No? How big is the button? Well, I mean, look at the hand, the size of the hand. Right? That's a pretty big hand. Or sorry, that's a pretty big button relative to it's like the size of a whole hand. It's a big button. I'll press it if it's big and red enough. Okay, you guys all say no. I also say no. Oh, okay. So it's funny, our percentages is about the same as the actual one, even though it's only 4 of us. But like 75% to 25%. Yeah. See, this is because we're readers. We love to read. Will press every button. Okay. Sorry, I'm blocking ads because I'm mean like that. I wish I could read. You can read? What are you talking about? Okay. Will you press this button? You gain the ability to read minds at will, but every time you use this power, you lose 1 day of your own life. I mean, I feel like this is obvious. I feel like this is obvious. Yeah! Why wouldn't you do that? There's no downside as long as you have willpower. Right? I guess the question too is like, how are they counting every time you use this power? Why would you learn to play any instrument if you can read the music sheet? Well, reading the music is not the same as knowing how to play an instrument. I can read music sheets. I can read music sheets. That doesn't mean I could play every instrument. Do you need to stop, or can you just keep going and lose 1 day? I guess that's my question, right? Like, is it like you choose to read someone's mind and you get to see their what they say for like 5 minutes? Like, what is the time frame? Like, how much mind reading to losing days do you get, you know? And it says at will, so it's not subconscious. Right? So then it's literally, so this is what I'm thinking, right? It's like, if it's terrible, you can just choose to just never read minds. Right? No, it's not subconscious. It says at will. At will means it's not subconscious. Do you like die or something? That's what I'm saying. Like, what does it mean? Like at will, I decide I want to read minds. Is it like per mind read you lose a day? Is it per 5 minutes of mind reading you lose it? Like, what is your rate? There's not enough specifics. But I still feel like, actually, I don't know. I mean, even if you never use it, like, would that change you as a person, do you think? Like, having the ability, like, I could always, the temptation is always there, right? Like, I could always read someone's mind to try to fix this problem. Which, I'm gonna be honest, probably doesn't always fix the problem. Not unless I'd rather live than read minds. You know? This also supposes that, like, there's some cosmic entity that knows how long you're supposed to live. You know? What are you guys saying? Oh, most of you are saying no. Man, such a shame that I will be dying at the young age of 20 after getting this power. You just go crazy with it. Read everyone's mind. Wasn't there a study that 40% of people don't have an inner monologue anyway? Is it 40%? So I don't have an inner monologue. I don't have an inner monologue. Like, but is it 40%? I feel like it's less than that. So then I guess that's the question, right? Like, if you're reading the mind of someone who doesn't have a internal monologue, like, what do you read? Just their vibes? Their feelings? What they're thinking about? PB4322, welcome in. Thank you for your first time chat. What is this? What is this emote that you've used? I'm so confused. Anyways, Google spits out 30 to 50%. Oh, interesting. Just their thoughts, I suppose. Yeah, because I feel like in media, when we talk about when people talk about reading people's minds, I think they usually imagine it as like someone else's voice in their head, you know, like their internal monologue is like in your head going, and I thought about this, and I thought about that, and I thought about this, and I'm thinking about that. But like, thinking is more than that, right? Because like, what if someone's visualizing something, right? What if someone's visualizing something or remembering something? Like, do you just get like transported into their... So interesting. I don't know. Oh gosh. It's also without consent, you know? Oh, don't bring morals into this fun game of Would You Rather. Sansa. Hi. Hi, PB. And let me know if you want to be called something else. I can change your name in my comment system so that I remember. That's true. Okay, fine. I guess I think I will not, actually. I think I agree with you guys, because I feel like it also just like changes your... like how you it's gonna change how you interact with people, right? Like if you always know you have the option of reading their mind. Right? That's no good. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. It's 50-50. Everyone else is 50-50. Interesting. Wabungus. Hello, love. Hi, McTerror. think about the fact that someone born in 2004 is 22. That's crazy to me. What? Sutra, also you die a bit more sooner. Okay, well, yeah, that's true. A lot of people care what other people think of them. I guess that's true. I mean, the idea of being able to read someone's mind is probably pretty, like, tempting. This shouldn't be a 50-50. I kind of agree. I think it's so interesting that for us, it was like 6-1 or 7-1 or something. What if happens if you press the previous button? Would you still be able to read minds? I think reading minds is different from reading. Yo, shut up, bro. Don't remind me. I'm just assuming, I mean, I don't know what the 2004 in your names means. Maybe you just really love the 2004 Olympics. I think can't read and reading minds are two different things. WWE ad LMAO, yes. Watch WWE on LMAO on LMAO on ESPN. Okay, it is your age. Well, you're baby. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have two reactions to this. One, isn't this basically I have no mouth and I must scream? And two, oh, there's spelling errors here. WrestleMania just 3 weeks away. Oh shit, it is. Where is France located? France? The French? The French? I don't know where the French are located. What does losing one day mean? You age faster? You just lay down one day? I think so. Can you read the questions? I will. I haven't read this one yet. I read the other ones. Okay, let me make a little poll again. Okay. You become immortal AI, but you become, what is it? You become godlike AI, but you live forever. And live forever alone until end of universe. Yes, press. No, do not press. Okay. Okay, so the question is, your consciousness is transferred into an artificial intelligence network, basically making you a god. They misspelled consciousness. But you will be forced to continue until the end of the universe, meaning you will be the last thinking being in existence. They also misspelled existence. Isn't this basically am in I have no mouth but I must scream? The human mind isn't made for eternity. I agree. Oh, the button game. Yeah. Hello, biochemist. Wait, I love your Raiden Shogunware. Bro, that's how I felt. I like pulled so much for Raiden Shogun. Depends. They don't specify that you have access to anything besides existing. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're all powerful like Am, you could become a hateful eternal being and trap 5 humans to live immortally with you as well and torture them for the rest of existence. I don't know, has no one else watched or watched? Has no one else read or played I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream? Because it's very good. It's very good, and I think this is literally that. I mean, I would say no. No thank you. First of all, why would you even want to be a god? What would even be the purpose of that? I don't want that much power. And who wants to be immortal anyway? That sounds like a punishment. Like, this is accurate in that, like, being immortal forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever is a punishment. That's a punishment. I don't like that. I wouldn't mind having Raiden and some other beings. Okay, but like, forever though. Forever is a long time, bro. I think people who press yes have never been in a sensory deprivation chamber. That's what I'm thinking too. I'm just like, have you never... Like, have you never been alone for too long before? It's terrible. I don't know, there's something cool about watching the universe unfold before your eyes. I mean, that is cool. I'm not saying that's not cool. That would be cool. I'm a true Raiden main. You want to be stuck in the plane of whatever, etheria? What if I get my conscience assimilated with a roleplay AI? Oh my god. No. I don't need my senses. I got my mind. You guys know that solitary confinement is torture, right? Like, when humans are in solitary confinement, you start hallucinating shit. Like, it doesn't matter how much stuff you've got to do, you will lose your mind. Being a god means I get to max rarity on my favorite types. Okay, but these are all temporary. I've been alone 13 years. No, but like alone. Like no new anything. No on the internet, nothing new to consume, nothing new to engage in. You can't talk to anyone. Like right now you're not alone because you're talking to me and to like the rest of chat, but like you're on YouTube, so there's not much other people in chat, you know? Eternity sounds like it would be boring. Yes, exactly. Like, has no one played FromSoft games? The entirety of FromSoft games is just don't become immortal, it sucks. People think if you like being alone, it wouldn't affect you. No, you would just go crazy a bit slower. Exactly. Like, you think people in prison who end up in solitary confinement don't also like being alone? They go crazy. Have my own mind to explore its peak insanity. Well, alright then. I'm not going to try to convince you, but I wouldn't do this. Well, the question isn't saying you're alone until the end. I mean, you are the last thinking being in existence, so... That sounds pretty terrible. Okay. So... I did not see what the... Okay, 5 of you said do not press and 3 said yes press. That's crazy. But we are thinking about this like humans. If you were AI, well, I guess that's a good point. If you were AI, do you think you would still have emotions like humans without it being I guess that's true, but like you're still a thinking thing, you know? I think the idea is that you would put your brain into a machine, right? The way that they spelled consciousness bothers me. It bothers me too. I said I will not. Whoa, this is also 50-50? This is also 50-50? That's crazy. This is 50-50? Why would you want to be the last thinking being in existence? That just sounds awful. Like, man, some people are on some power trippy things. They're like, I can read people's minds. I can become a god. Yeah, I'll take some horrible consequence. Oh, this is stupid. Oh my god. Okay, it's being weird. 1 second. Let me okay. Look, y'all, being God is not what it's cracked up to be. Look at Zeus. Exactly. In the end, it does sound pretty bad, but like you get to experience everything life has and memories aren't easily forgotten. But then memories are not easily forgotten, but then they're just memories of like your life by yourself. That don't sound very fun at all. Because the way the world is now is a bit awful. I guess that's true. You can be the one governing my... Okay, but... Again, the power tripping. Do you want to become all-powerful? I don't know if I want to become all-powerful. That doesn't sound very fun. I'd like to live my life. That sounds like I'd have to be concerned with, like, things I don't want to be concerned with. I want to just sit here and talk to you guys. And, like... play video games and sing and stuff. I mean, you can see what losing all your social connections does to a person. Most really old people don't fear death as much as you think. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's make the next poll. Okay. All right, this one is. You would create the most fun game ever developed, but no one would ever play it with you. This is, okay. Does no one will ever play it with you? Does that mean you can't give it to anyone else to play on their own? Because, like, why wouldn't you just make... I'm saying, like, why wouldn't you just make, like, a really good single-player game and then give it to other people to play? I guess it would be more interesting if you made this, like, the most fun multiplayer game, but you can never play it. Or something. Or the most fun game, but you can never... I don't know. This doesn't seem like that bad of a trade-off. This assumes, like, not all games are multiplayer anyway, right? I would press the button. Whoa. 67 to 33%? That's crazy. My question is how long it would take you to make it. I guess that's true. Alright, let's do the next one. You can have anything you want for free, but everyone will hate you for having so much stuff. I mean, that is not a very interesting question. This is also not an interesting question. You can make anything you put your mind to, but you only sleep an hour a day. As in, like, I only need to sleep an hour a day, or I only can sleep an hour a day. Because if it's I only need to sleep an hour a day, there's no downside. If it's I can sleep an hour a day, there is a downside. I will fucking die. Okay. Like, okay, well, let's make it you can only sleep for an hour a day. So you need more sleep. You can only sleep for 1 hour. You need to sleep, but you can only sleep for 1 hour, so you will eventually lose your mind. Like, within, like, a couple days, you will die. I barely sleep anyways thanks to the apnea. That is an instant press for me. No, but you definitely sleep more than 1 hour a day. No. It's not 1 hour at a time. It's 1 hour a day. You will die. You will die. Oh my god. No, you need more than an hour of sleep a day. Like, sleeping only an hour a day is basically the same, similar to like only sleeping, like not sleeping at all. And there's only so long you can survive without sleep, okay? You can make anything you put your mind to, but you die in a week, okay? That's what this is saying. You can make anything. You can have the most productive, amazing, like 5-6 days, and then you die. I'm not. I will not. 62% of people? Well, 100% of you guys? That's crazy. Hahaha, I voted do not. I think someone lasted a month without sleep. No. Why is sleep needed? I mean, it's like needed because it's needed because that's like your body needs to repair itself, you know? You don't die if you sleep only an hour. No, okay, it will be very bad. Yeah, like you could die. Yeah, 10 days is the only world record without sleep that guy died after. Exactly. During school, I would only sleep 2 hours a day for years. So this is the thing about sleep, is that people will say that like they're only sleeping 1 or 2 hours, but it's usually actually more than that. It is usually actually more than that because like we underestimate how much we sleep, and we underestimate how much like mini sleeps we get. Yeah, and this also means like no napping. Because when you're not sleeping well, when people don't sleep well like overnight and they only get like a couple hours or 2 or 3 hours of sleep overnight, often they end up having a lot of like mini naps during the day, even if it's not super conscious. Yeah, it's like your body will force you to sleep. It's the classic if you don't schedule downtime for your machinery will schedule it for you. Your body is the same way. But yeah, your body runs on a cycle, right? So like for like cell regeneration and like cleaning out your brain brain toxins is very oversimplified way of saying it, but like for, you know, filtering things and cleaning out your body and all those things, like you need to sleep. It's important. Your brain doesn't work if you don't sleep. Okay. Let us end this poll and make a new poll. Get superpower, but you suck at using. You don't know how to use it. Okay, so my question is, get whatever superpower you want sounds pretty awesome. The problem is, don't know how to use it is a problem. Don't know how to use it is a problem. And I guess that's a question, like, could you learn how to use it? Does this mean you can't learn how to use it? Maybe it means you can't learn how to use it. Imagine forgetting how to fly and crashing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Because like this reminds me of The Boys. Are any of you guys watching The Boys? Someone is eepy. Yeah, I'm a little eepy. Like, you guys watch The Boys? Because like there's times where like people in The Boys have powers that they don't know how to use, and then they like end up ripping themselves apart or like hurting other people. How would that work? You have the ability to fly but can't, so nothing changes. I think it's maybe more like you have the ability to fly but you can't control it, so then sometimes you'll fly not on purpose. And so then you could just like drop out of the sky. Do I get to learn how to use it? That's what I'm saying. I think what they're saying is you don't get to learn how to use it. Right? Or if you have to learn very slowly, I guess. I don't know. Oh, hi, Devil. It really depends on what you want. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's definitely not ideal. But like, having power without control is mostly worse than no power at all. I mean, I feel like if you could like really, this is like a genie or monkey's paw situation, right? Like if you could really specify a power that doesn't really have downsides if you can't control it, you know what I mean? Which I can't really think of one right now. Oh! like a superpower of like, I have perfect vision. Because I don't have perfect vision. Becoming shikanoko in a job interview sounds funny as hell. Oh my god. Not like what if it's like a really dumb superpower, right? Like I have the superpower to smell good, or to, you know, to regenerate, to heal myself or something. I guess if you can't heal, I guess not controlling it though, like maybe what if you cause cancer? That would be not very good. Immortality would be something you don't need to consciously handle, but we already made an argument here that it isn't as good as people think. Yeah, that's true. Oh, what if it's like can't be impenetrable skin? Or you can't be killed. That's maybe not very good. My superpower is being naturally intimidating. I am 7'3", so that kind of works in my favor. Holy crap, bro. Yeah, 7'3" definitely counts. Yeah. Also, someone mentioned utilitarianism. I fundamentally disagree with utilitarianism. It doesn't make sense to me. I disagree with utilitarianism. Like, it's not... Who even wants to be immortal? That's what I'm saying. I don't think people want to be immortal. But yeah, but like, if I could get like a really like lame... Oh, superpower, my hair always looks good. Okay, well, more of you say press. I think the US is watching people who have power but don't know what the fuck they're doing currently. I mean, that's also very true. Boom, boom, boom. I think I would press it and get the superpower of always having nice hair or something. You know, like get like a very lame, like slightly useful but not horrible if you can't control it kind of power. I don't want to watch my entire family die in front of my eyes and watch the universe die. That's the worst kind of torture. That's what I'm saying. It's not worth it. And then you're tortured even for a long time in between also. Because you have to like just exist in your own mind. Ooh, no thank you. What is this? What is this? Shade, I have no idea what you're talking about. With the Superman thing, that's not the trolley problem. I kind of want dragon features or kitsune powers. Ooh, that could be interesting. Just like occasionally have dragon features turn on or turn off. Okay, anyway. Learn any language, but can only eat cheese. No thanks. This is hilarious. Kill them before they get power. No, we're not killing anyone. Jesus Christ, guys. Why are you assuming your own moral superiority? Oh my god. Terrible idea. Learn any language, but you can only eat cheese? I mean, like... The problem is I love cheese. But the other problem is that I also want to have a healthy diet and not die. And not die of like malnutrition or like nutritional deficiencies. Can I take vitamins? Can I take vitamins or supplements? I have the ability to challenge you. What is this scenario? Are you an emperor? Like, it's a very strange, like, presumes that if superpowers exist, suddenly we all live in a comic book logic world. Like, I don't think that's how that would work. Like, I assume that most people are good people. Wouldn't it be better to have multiple people who are able to help others than just one person who's able to help others and then you kill everyone else? That seems kind of needlessly nihilistic. Okay, so for this current question, I think I would press the button. If you don't kill them, they may indeed kill you and cause destruction. That's true for everyone. Like, you don't even need to say the Superman power things. Like, this is just true of anyone in general. Anyone could get a gun and kill you. That doesn't mean that you should preemptively kill everyone else in the world. This logic doesn't make sense. Like, someone could get the power to hurt a lot of people, so they might hurt a lot of people, so we have to kill them? That doesn't make any sense. Like, anyone could get a car and drive through a crowd of people. It doesn't mean that, like, we need to kill everyone who wants to get a car, who's going to get a car. I'm not saying that, like, you're wrong, that, like, people don't have the potential to do a lot of harm, but it's just, like, I don't know, just saying Homelander did nothing wrong. Homelander did everything wrong. And honestly, the saddest part is that multiple people failed Homelander in his life. Like, man was extremely, extremely abused and neglected. This is the problem with, like, he was basically in solitary confinement as a child, you know? His wife's fucked up. I'm not saying that excuses anything that he does, because he's a terrible person. Lev, would you want the Midas touch? No. No. No, thank you. I'm good, actually. Okay, but I really... Can you just inject vitamins into cheese? Okay, we're moving on from this Superman thing. We're moving on from the Superman thing because you guys are scaring me, and I definitely don't. If this is how you think, no offense, but I don't want you to get Superman powers. What do you call a dinosaur made of cheese? A gorgonzilla? Oh my god. Puns will always get me. Like, everything is just cheese, but it gives you all you... I guess, like, if you could make cheese nutritious enough, you would just be very bored, but you would eat a lot of cheese. You know? And not all cheese makes, like, messes with lactose intolerance. Right? Not all cheese messes with lactose intolerance. If you have cheese, like hard cheeses don't actually have that much lactose in them. So I could just eat a lot of Parmesan. What happened when the cheese factory exploded? There was debris everywhere. That's all my cheese jokes. No! No, I need more cheese jokes to survive. The world is already deeply fucked up. We don't need any superhumans making it worse. Literally, though. Exactly. I mean, I feel like the perspective of I have power and therefore anyone else who could have the same amount. I don't know. I don't think it makes sense to want to like have that much I don't know. This makes me think of like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because the Avatar could do a lot of harm. Because they're very powerful. So then what? In this thinking, are you like morally obligated to kill yourself so that no one else could ever have that power? That doesn't make any sense. Why did the cheese go to the gym to get shredded? Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Oh my god. I would do this. I think, wait, what? More people Who cares if the only thing you can eat is cheese? Who cares? Cheese is great. I love cheese. And you know what? Just, you can only eat insert bland thing. Like, that would be worth being able to talk to anyone. Oh my god, I love the idea of learning different languages. You know, I have a lot of problems with Twitter. Twitter. Wait, sorry, I'm distracted. Aang took the powers away from Fire Lord Urza because Ozai threatened the world. Yes, but he also didn't kill him. That was the whole point of the last episode, is that he didn't kill him. I'm French, so obliged to like cheese. Are the French obligated to like cheese? Not everyone likes cheese though, even if they aren't lactose intolerant. Okay, but like even if it's something I don't like, even if it's something I hate, like I can only eat eggs for the rest of my life, but I can learn any language? That would be so cool. I love to learn any language. You know, something that I really like that Twitter has been doing, which is terrible, but because I do think that there's some mistakes that they make, but I think auto-translating things or like just automatically having things be presented to you as translated into English, and having a little tag that say that this is not originally in English, but like translating things for you is so cool, because then you get to see like more naturally, I guess, other international fandoms. It's really, really cool. Like, I really, really enjoy getting to see like the way Japanese fandom or Russian fandom or Portuguese like that, or whatever, that they like have like what their specific fandom nuances and quirks are, you know. And it's just cool getting to see people talk casually in another language, because I think about this a lot, that like I think about this a lot, that there's like a filtering bias, right, when it comes to foreign languages, right, different languages. Like, things that get translated are disproportionately formal language, right? It's going to be like signs and formal titles and formal documentation that gets translated, and that gets translated well. But like casual speech doesn't get translated very much. I mean, maybe in like movies and TV and stuff, but that's still not like normal person-to-person casual speech, right? So, you know, like text messages and stuff, oh, I love getting to see the different like linguistic differences between different like cultures, like smiley faces. Like Russian people, when they do smiley or frowny faces, they don't do the colon. It's just parentheses. It's so good. Okay. Oh, more mind reading. More mind reading questions. Okay. You can tell everything. Listen, you can't turn it off. In that case, Lev, have a perfect auto-translate class that's available to everyone. But know that the ability for those to exist came from AI data centers that put half the world into poverty. Would you press the button? I mean, no. Of course not. Is the world into poverty? I mean, no. You can see what they want, how they're feeling, and when they're lying, but you can never turn this ability off. I mean... I don't know. Like... Okay. This is the thing. Let me tell you about my philosophy when it comes to human connection and art. I think that one of the like biggest how do I put this? I think one of the biggest shared factors that we have as humans, that like all humans have, is a drive for connection, right? Like one of the most fundamental things about humans is that we fundamentally cannot know for sure what's going on in anyone else's head, right? That's why we have so many mirror neurons. It's to try to like connect with other people when you like can never be 100% in sync, right? Like you can't peer into someone else's head, but we still want that connection, and that's like the tension, right? How do I share what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking and be understood and to understand other people when the communication that we have to do is like air gapped by like language and misunderstanding and consciousness and all that stuff, right? And so I think that tension, that desire to be understood, even though it is really, 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 really fundamentally impossible to completely understand anyone, is the tension that gives rise to some of the most beautiful things that humans make, right? Like art. Be it like linguistic kind of art, like poetry or songwriting or storytelling and things like that, or even any other kind of art, right? Like, I think so much of what makes humans so cool is the stuff that we create to try to connect despite the inability to fully connect. Like, how do we find other ways of showing to people, like, this is how I see the world, this is how I feel, things like that. So, like, you know, that is such a shame, right? I think that makes sense for an artist. I am not an artist. No, but you are. All humans are artists. I think to be human is to be an artist. That's like what makes humanity special, in my opinion. I wouldn't, like, you don't have to be an artist in the traditional sense, right? But we're all trying to communicate some parts of ourselves, despite the inability to do so. Anyways, wouldn't that fry your brain anyway? If you get 100% accurate information of someone or a group of people could literally kill you. I don't know if it could literally kill you, but I do think it's fair that, like, it would be a lot of sensory input. Yeah, and you can never turn it off. That also sounds exhausting. Can you imagine? I also think misunderstanding has caused the human race an enormous amount of pain and struggle, not to mention intentional selfishness and hate. This is true, however, I don't think this would solve misunderstandings. This still wouldn't solve misunderstandings. Because misunderstandings aren't one way, they're two way. You could have all this information and still misunderstand someone. Because, like, the way we feel about things and what we want and what we don't want, sometimes, like, they come to us unattached from their priors, even though they are influenced by priors, you know? So, like, the reason that someone has some automatic reaction of, like, I hate this, I want to run away, could be because of, like, reasonable things in their past, but that's not gonna, like, come with them in their thought process when they think of it. So you're still gonna be like, why the fuck do you want to do this? No, I personally wouldn't do this. Can you imagine trying to have sex with someone while this is happening? That's overwhelming. That's too much. I will not. No. Wow, I'm in the minority. That is so funny. Okay, 80, that is like the biggest, the most agreement that people have. People really want to see into other people's brains, huh? I didn't realize, like, how much people want to see into other people. Really, really want to see into other people's brains. That's crazy. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That does not sound fun. It sounds overwhelming. And, like, this is also, I think, something maybe my stance is a little different. I think it's inherent human nature. I think so. I think it's inherent human nature to want to know what's going on with other people and to want to know what's going on in their mind. But, like, I don't know. I like, for me also, my other perspective on this is I think one of the great journeys that we all go on in our lives is a journey of self-understanding, right? Of getting to know ourselves better, getting to develop our own minds, right? Like, who am I? Who do I want to be? What are the things that I value? What are the things that I want to learn? What kind of person do I want to develop into? And that has very little to do with reading other people's minds. And in fact, I think that this would almost, like, make it really hard to be your own person. That's part of why I don't want it, right? Like, being your own independent person with your own independent thoughts and feelings and stance on the world, I think is hard enough. With the degree that we already have to hear other people's opinions, this would be too much, I think. You know? To be fair, you are a head doctor. I think you have more experience than most what happens up there and how ugly it can get. This is true. This is also true, is that like, there's some people I don't want to see what's going on in their heads. I'm fine, actually. Would those powers apply if you saw yourself in the mirror? It's just, maybe? That's true, because we also don't know ourselves that well. The question doesn't say you lose your identity, though. No, but you can never turn it off. You can never turn it off. Like, we don't have this going on. We just have like social media and a lot of exposure to other people's opinions, and it's already really, really, really hard for people to figure out who they are. If you like literally have other people's thoughts and feelings and wants just shoved into your brain, like, I feel like that would be really overwhelming, you know? You're also under the assumption that people would see something bad and would want to help. No, not even that they would see something bad and would want to help. That you would just be affected by it, right? Like, imagine if you spent all your time with people who were terrible people. Like, okay, not all your time with people who are terrible people, but like, we get influenced by the people around us as it is, right? If you spend a lot of time around people who think a certain way, you're going to think more like them. That's just how our brains work. It doesn't matter how much you consciously think that I don't want to be like this. You will be like that. This is why, like, whole communities tend to be pretty concordant in their values, right? That's how I've seen this happen to a lot of people. That's part of why I wanted to be a psychiatrist, is like, I wanted to be more like the psychiatrists that I knew. The people that you spend your time with are the people you're going to become more like, and that's without this power. It's nothing to do with like wanting to help people necessarily. What you're saying is that you would be like others and not yourself, a sheep following other sheep. Well, yeah. Like, imagine if like, well, because you feel what they feel, right? You can see how they feel, you can see what they want, right? Like let's say, I mean, even simple things. Like, let's say you're with a group of people, right? And let's say you're with someone that you care about, or like a group of people that you care about, and you want to go watch a movie, but they all want to go to the park, and you fucking hate the park because it like messes with your allergies. But you can tell, it's not just that they're saying it. Even without saying it, you can feel that they want to go. You can feel that what you want to do would disappoint them. You can feel that, you know, this is what would make them happy. Like, how could that not influence what you decide to do? The fact that like you can know something without feeling it is how you can like separate and actually be able to say what you want, you know? It's hard enough to say what you want without other people's influence. It does influence, but I would still rather know. I mean, I guess, but there's a difference between knowing and feeling, right? Like, do you really, like, imagine you have to, like, break bad news to someone. You want to be in their head also while that's happening? Can you imagine how much harder it would be to break up with someone? you overestimate how empathetic some people are. I mean, but this is like, what I'm saying is that this is like forced empathy. It's not like, it's not just you have a good sense of what other people, it's not you have a good sense of what other people are feeling. It's that you know what they're feeling. You can feel what they're feeling. You know? No. No, thank you. Empathy is good. This is too much. I think knowing when people are lying could be good, but like the rest of it is too much. It doesn't say that you feel it as well, just that you have the info. The only way to have the info is to also feel it. Like, this isn't how it works. Like, emotions are not, they don't show up as a word in your head. Emotions are a feeling. Like, you can't, like, because, okay, I guess this like depends on how you want to talk about it. Is this only conscious feelings? Because we've all experienced this. People will feel things without knowing that they're feeling it and be unable to identify it. I'm sure you've all had that experience of being able to like tell that someone is feeling something, but that they maybe don't know. Well, ASPD people are good at reading people don't have the feeling part as much. I guess, but we're talking about like this weird superpower situation. I don't know. I guess it's all hypothetical. But like feelings are things that you feel. Like labeling emotions is something we invented. Like, does that make sense? Like labeling, like there's a difference between saying green and like showing someone a specific color, because green is a label that we made up for a spectrum of colors that exist in the world. And the same thing is true of emotions. Like, we made up all of our words for emotions and all of our categories for emotions. So how did people survive without having emotions labeled? With difficulty, I think. Although I will say, I think that the mediation of your emotions through language can sometimes put barriers between yourself and actually experiencing your own emotions, which is a problem, in my opinion. Well, this is very silly. This presupposes that there is a meaning of the universe. You know the meaning of the universe. But okay. I mean, I don't think I would press this. I'm just gonna be honest. No. I don't even necessarily agree that a meaning of the universe exists. You know what I mean? I'm not pressing it. I have decency. Well, it's like I'd like to like continue to go out into the world, you know? I would like to continue to exist in the world as like a human being. No, I don't think that there is a meaning of the universe. Right? Do you think so? Disregard humanity, return to monkey. I guess that's an option. I'd really rather not, I think. I think my answer is no. I don't want to do this. No, thank you. Wait, 21% of people said yes? They really want, you would want to know the meaning of the universe so bad that you would wear diapers for the rest of your life? Because that's like what you would have to do, right? What is the point of understanding the meaning of the universe if you can't do anything with it? That's also true. Although I guess this supposes that the meaning of the universe is something you can't do anything with. What if it is something you can do something with? But probably not, right? If it's as big as the meaning of the universe, I don't think it's anything that any one human could do anything with. Why did the poll not work? Is the poll working or not? I can't tell. Is the poll even there? I can't tell if it's working. I don't think it is. It is. Might need to refresh. Oh, okay. Oh, no, the poll is there. Yeah. Yeah, I just needed to refresh. All right. No, this is too much. No, we're done. This is what is, you and 10 of your closest friends get a phone app that tells you everything in your life that happens in the next week, but you have to kill your 10 closest friends that own the app before they kill you. And if you kill them all, you can change the future, but you can't revive your friends. What? What? No! What is this? What is this? You and 10 of your closest friends get a phone. What is this like battle royale shit? You and 10 of your closest friends get a phone app that tells you everything in your life that happens in the next week, but you have to kill your 10 closest friends before they kill you. What kind of like time loop shenanigans is this? Because like if it tells you everything that happens in the next week, then won't it tell you if they kill you or if you kill them? Is there a time limit to killing everyone? Sounds like Future Diary. Is this like a thing? Is this like an anime or something? Don't recommend. I don't like this. No. What? This sounds like a horrible situation to put yourself into. So I know what happens, but I have to commit murder. Like, oh, I don't want to murder anyone. You can change the future. Change the future. Why would I want to change the future? What would I want to? What would be worth killing 10 people that I care about? Hi, Lev. Hi, Kimi. Also, I don't even know how to summarize this in a way that can be a poll, so, you know, we're not doing that. But what? You have to... What is this? No! You become an incredibly talented author. You also become deaf and mute. No. It would be pretty hard, I think, to be a VTuber if I was mute. It would also be pretty hard to do the thing I love most in the world, which is singing, if I was mute, so I don't think I would do this. What's the saying? Tomorrow is a hope, not a promise. Yes. and now is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Or something. Alright, I think we're done here. I think that's it. Let us just chat for a bit, I think, before I have to go. Because I need to eat lunch before my patient. I forget what the plan is for tomorrow. Tomorrow? Oh, we're studying tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm doing a study stream. It'll be good. Oh, we can do on together. Because I really enjoyed it. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do a study stream because I need to study for my boards because the boards are happening in September-ish, I think. Aren't we your patients? No. No. That would be extremely unethical. Good luck. Thank you, Hika. Unfortunately, psychiatry boards have a lot of neuro questions, which I haven't brushed up on as much because I don't do neuro, and they also have a lot of like history questions. As your subs, I mean, kind of. within the in-universe lore of, yeah, then yes, perhaps. Then yes, you are all sitting in my waiting room. Man, I'm tired, guys. I need to have more coffee, I think. I hate neuro, despised it while learning anatomy in my toxicology masters. That's so cool though, that you have those degrees. That's cool. Yeah, neuro is really hard. I don't necessarily dislike neuro, it's just like, there's some like genetic neuro stuff and and the medications that they use, I'm not as familiar with because we don't do it, you know? Like in my day-to-day life, I've done a lot of psychiatry. So the exact like crossovers in the spinal cord, I don't remember as much. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Dalka Clinton, thank you for your first time chat. Welcome in. I am probably going to finish up soon because I do have a full-time job that I need to get back to. But I am planning on streaming more this week than I usually do, like 4 days. So we'll be here same time tomorrow. We're going to be studying. It'll be great. Let's see. I need to find someone to raid into. Oh, my good friends. Yeah, Spectral is streaming with Yune. Hello, Tree Thing. How was your day? Hello, Mr. Bot on YouTube. Tree Thing is a little hilarious. I'm good, thank you. You can call me Tree Thing, I guess. That's fine. I do have branches on my head. They're like branch antlers, branchlers. Alright guys, we're going to be rating my son, my child, Spectral. He's playing Slay the Spire with our friend Yune. It's a tree thing, yes, I am like a personified plant, so you're not far off. Yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we will be studying. We will be studying psych board questions. We'll be studying board questions. It'll be great. I need to study for my licensing exams. So, Professor Tree, yes, that's me. All right, guys, love you forever. Bye. Bye. No, you guys are now making fun of me being a tree, so I have to make you leave. People who didn't rate out and on YouTube, hi. You get like an exclusive after show, me finishing the show. Oh my gosh. A moth tree thing. So I'm a Qiling. Okay, have a good day. Bye guys. Sub to the channel or follow on Twitch, and I will see you all tomorrow. And we'll do tomorrow is studying, and then I'm gonna play Dead Letter Department because I love typing games, and then we're going to do singing on Friday. All right. Would you have a good day?